What up, guys? It's your boy. So, let's talk about leasing on with lease companies. Let's talk about leasing on as an owner-operator. What do I think about it? What should you look for? What should you avoid? What must you do before you lease on? So, first of all, if you're watching my channel, pretty sure you know how I feel about leasing on. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great thing. I think it's a wonderful way to learn how to truck, how to hotshot, how to manage yourself, how to manage your time, how to manage your paperwork, how to manage your business. Because people get it twisted that, oh, you're leased on, you don't have your own business. Well, if a company is doing it correctly, you have a business even being leased on. DM Trucking LLC is still operational. DM Trucking LLC still pays the bills. DM Trucking still owns a truck. Everything that is done with me and my truck is DM Trucking. My company I'm leased onto is responsible for DOT, insurance, and paper that legality paperwork. They have the insurance liability of me and DM Trucking. So, if you've never done this before and you want to get your feet wet, that is absolutely a great way to get your feet wet. You know, the fact that you, most of the time, if you find the right company, you won't absorb a high insurance payment. They do it. You know, not they do it. But there's, you know, if you get on with a good company, and this will come later on, you'll understand what I'm saying here, but your insurance won't be as bad. Because you got to think, you're a startup, you're a new venture. Not many people write that insurance policy. And no matter what, when you go on your own, I don't care if you have 10 years driving experience, you're still a startup, a new business venture, no matter what. So, let's learn to do it correctly. Let's stack some cash. And if people are going to say, oh, I'm coming in with 50 grand. Wouldn't it be nice to come in with 100? You know what I mean? Like, save more. So, that is the idea and the reason that I lease on, and I think leasing is proper. And I think it's a good thing. So now, what should you expect from a company you're leased on to? Okay? First of all, you're not an employee. You do not work for whoever you're leased on to. If they look at you as an employee, you might as well run. Because that just means they think they're going to tell you what to do, and you're truly not an owner-operator. If you dispatch me, if you tell me what to do, if you decide to load for me, if I don't have a choice, if you have higher expectations for me that benefit you, then I'm not an owner-operator, okay? And that's illegal, first of all. That's illegal. You cannot be an employee and be 1099. And when I say owner-operator, most are 1099. So, when looking for a company, know what you want. Have requirements. This isn't your first job where you're like, oh man, I just need a job, I just need money, I'm gonna take whatever I get. No. I turned down a lot of companies because I know what I want. And now that I got what I wanted, the next, if there's a next, will have better requirements that benefit me more. you got to be selfish, because it's your money, your time, your livelihood. Yes, the company is taking a liability, they're taking a chance, but they're getting paid. That's what they're in the business for. You don't ever look at a lease-on company as doing you a favor. There is no favors. This is a business decision. It's a business relationship. The minute business goes south, I go out. It's that simple. So, I knew what I wanted. I want self-dispatch. I want free reign to do what I want when I want. I want to make my own schedule. I want to run my own lanes. I want to run my own routes. And I don't want to be gouged by the price, by the percentage. And there's companies out that are gouging people because somehow they think they're different and better than somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, if you're working for that kind of, or you're working with that kind of person, the only person that's going to suffer is you. So, if somebody wants 25% and you pay your own insurance, run. And ask that company, can you give up 25% of your income? Can you live without 25%? And 90% of them are going to say no. So how do you expect me to do it? It's really common sense. My profit margin is about 27 to 30%. That's my profit margin. So if I'm giving up 25 plus insurance, I'm not profiting. And do you know how I know? Because I didn't know. And I structured my owner-operators wrong. So luckily, we were both smart enough to realize this ain't working. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't going to work. This isn't what's best for both of us. And it's just the way it is, So, you should, if you're paying 25%, that should be all-inclusive. All-inclusive. Insurance, back office, everything. Really, it should even include dispatch. So, if you're, if you're not getting all that, you shouldn't be paying all that. It should be 10 for numbers, 5 for dispatch, and maybe 5 for a trailer. Because if they're charging you 10 and 10 plus insurance, you're still losing money. 15% plus insurance is max. Now, what should you expect for insurance? $1,500, $1,700, and that's high. Like, that is high. I don't think I would sign on with anybody over like $1,300 to $1,500, because if they're high, there's a reason they're high. And I don't mean high, I mean insurance high. So why is it? Well, that comes to, what should you do? Do your homework, okay? You're not an employee. You should be getting benefits also from this. Look up their CSA score. Look up their record. Look at their out of services. Is their out of service and record trash? Because if it's trashed and it's happened within the last year, guess what's getting ready to happen? Boom! Insurance going through the roof. You may even go out of business. There may be hotshots dealing with that now, I don't know. But it happens. It's reality and it's sad. And unfortunately, some people won't take responsibility. And they pass it on to the owner-operator. If you're an owner-operator, you should not have to work 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks. If the fleet owner got out of the truck because they didn't want to do it, that's cool. But don't do what you don't want to do for them to be out of their truck. They just don't, you know? Like I said, it's a business relationship. It's not an employer-employee relationship. It's a business relationship. The minute you're not happy, you need to leave. Because it's going to affect you. It's going to affect your home front. It's going to affect your attitude. It's going to affect your work. It's going to affect everything. Everything. So, be conscious of what you're doing. Now, I also see guys getting scammed and being told, oh, you need $2,000 before you can lease on. Wait a minute, why am I paying you to lease on with you? Oh, because you need to pay your insurance down payment. No! If I was doing that, I'd get my own damn authority. You don't ever give a guy money. You don't pay to go to work. And here's the reason. If I need to pay that deposit, okay, I get it. You take it out of my check. Because if I hand you $2,000, I have nothing to stand on. Nothing. But if you pay it, you can take it out of my check. You can take my $2,000 cash and not sign me on. Say, oh, insurance ain't doing it. Oh, can't give it back to you. Never pay for a job. You don't go into the warehouse and say, hey, I want a job, I got $1,000, can you put me to work? Why would you do it here? If you want to work for somebody and they want owner-operators, you need to see some responsibility from them. If they can't pay insurance, they probably don't have money to pay you. And here comes another issue. How are you going to get paid? I know guys that are waiting 30, 60 days. Oh, when I get paid, you get paid. No, how do I know when you get paid? You don't. And, you know, I know I'm saying this, and it's like, well, Hotshot, you're acting like, you know, you're in charge of the company. Well, a lot of business owners are scammers. They just are. A lot of business owners get in situations and they have to stretch. They can't make it, so they reach to get money. Okay? Maybe there's a trucker getting ready to go under, getting ready to lose everything. He's like, you know what? I'm going out of business. To hell with it. Let me get what I can get. Go out of business. Let them sue me. Put it into bankruptcy. Do you think I'm joking? I got messages from people that has happened to. Think about it. You're dealing with a stranger that is probably hundreds or thousands of miles away from you. You may not even know their true address. You may know their shop or business address. You don't know their address. You don't know their name. You don't know nothing. And they don't know you. Why do they care? Unfortunately, a lot of them don't. So, leasing on is a great idea. It's great. it's dangerous if not done correctly. So if anybody out there is looking to lease on, call me. Or not call me, email me. And we'll make sure you're getting a fair deal. Make sure you're not getting gouged or screwed or taken advantage of. Because if you come to work for them, you give them 25% plus insurance and you go out of business, they don't care. They'll get the next sucker. Unfortunately, that's how they feel. It's how they look at it. And I'm not calling people suckers, but, you know, some people don't know the difference between a business and an authority. Some people don't know gross versus net, or revenue versus net. You know, some people believe if you made $900,000 and paid $850,000, and I made $100,000 and only paid out $25,000, they think the $900,000 made more than $100,000, but they didn't. People believe it. And most of the time, we don't have a long enough a relationship with people we're signing on to know who they are or what they are. And if you think they are, they may be scamming. They may be perpetrating a fraud. Who knows? You know whose job it is to figure it out? Yours and mine, because I lease on also. So guys, leasing on is a great idea. Being an owner-operator is great. But get the right deal. It's like you're looking for a truck, okay? You're not going to buy the first truck you see. You're going to make sure it's a good truck. So would you lease on to the first company? You know? Get their lease agreement. Take it to a lawyer. Make sure your benefit. Because they may not be able to pay you. And I will tell you that wherever I lease on, factoring is a requirement. Okay? You're going to say, well, Hotshot, you can't make them factor. You're right, I can't. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'll pay the factor fee. I'll pay for my money. And if you're not willing to do it, there's a reason. Because it literally costs them zero. No problems, no headaches, no money. So why wouldn't I? So, guys, that's just my little spiel on leasing on. So, I would recommend it, absolutely. I would recommend you knowing what you're doing. And I would recommend you getting advice from others and shopping around. Shop around for your best deal. So, alright guys, you know the drill. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that ding ding. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Peace. Tell me where that's from. Peace.